Hey Hebrew fans, this is Todd. So today is all about the bone throne and how Skeletor fits in it. So many of you have said to me, hey, the problem, Todd, is you are using the wrong Skeletor to test this. So before I use the right Skeletor, you guys are all saying, you're all saying to use this one right here. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the other Skeletors and how he fits. Here's the original style Skeletor from the 80s. And he seems to fit pretty good in there. I mean, that looks like it was almost made just for him. And he works great in there. So, 80s, awesome. And then you have the Origin Skeletor. Let's put him in a kind of sitting position. Same way as the 80s. Works great. There he is. Wonderful. This one here we saw didn't work too well. Let me take his cape off to make it easier for him to sit. And I tried all different kinds of things to make him sit in there, and he just will not work. The bone head's in his way. He's too tall to fit in there. Well, everyone said the problem is you got to use your Filmation one. So here's my Filmation one, and you guys will be the first people to see me try this. I'll go ahead and bend up the legs, bend the knees, and I'm still having the same issues that I did at the other one, which I figured I would because it's the same height. And it's the same problems. The bone head's in the way, and you just can't get him in there. So I started thinking about this. Not only is the height the problem, but the height is the problem. And so when you're looking at these figures, let me just grab a different Skeletor right out of here. So here's a pretty regular Skeletor. This one's from the DC 2-pack one. And when you go to stick him in there, he's got the same problem. It's that head is in the way. Let me see. Just for kicks, let's go ahead and grab a New Adventures He-Man. Maybe he fits wonderful in there because he has a big old cape on. I guess that already defeats the purpose. But even with the big old cape on, with his legs the way they are, you can only bend them so far, and you get the same problem. His butt's half in there and he's sliding out. So let's go ahead. I have an E-Skeletor. You know, Battle Armor Skeletor doesn't have the flanges in front. Let me see if I can find him. There we go. So here's a Battle Armor Skeletor. Yeah, he's got the same issues too. You just cannot get his legs to get into position. So, I can't find the one I'm looking for. There we go. Nope. Here we go. I'll just use this Skeletor. This is one of the new Super 7 ones. And, actually, yeah, he's really tight, too. This is actually a lot harder material. There's no way it's going to work with him. Let's see. There we go. Here's one of the original Skeletors with a different head on. Okay, so two problems here. One is, even if you're to straighten his legs and just stick him in there like this, like he's riding some kind of crazy thing, it just looks ridiculous. His legs all straight out, but then also this bone head's in the way here. So my first thought was raise this up a little bit. So I tried all different heights. I used different waffle blocks to try the heights, and I eventually came up with making it approximately 1 centimeter or 10 millimeters higher seemed to do the trick. So I'm going to measure this out so you guys can see. Approximately it's about 9 something is what it came out to, but I'm just going to use 10 millimeters or 1 centimeter, and that little bit of difference pushes it up just enough. So I made these little brick pieces here that kind of give it that cool little brick motif. There we go. And now when I take a Skeletor, I'll even take the Filmation one and show you guys, he can actually sit in there almost relatively okay. So all it took was just a tenth of, or just 1 centimeter, 10 millimeters, and now he can almost fit in there, but the bone thing's still in his way on top. That's still a problem. So I started thinking about that, and I noticed this is pretty stretchy here. If you take and move this, you can see This thing's pretty stretchy. So I took my wife's coat hanger and I chopped it up and I made this piece right here. If you want to know how long it is, let's see, 114.7 millimeters, or in inches, it is about 4.5 inches. So about 4.5 inches for this piece here. And basically, I stuck it right here in the seat and right under his chin. So I put the pole right under his chin, bend it right up there, and flex it right, push it this direction so it flexes in. And I'm probably going to paint this blue a little bit just so it kind of goes blue. And now you can see in the camera it's out of view because it's so much taller. And now when I go to put a Skeletor in here, let's see, let me take this guy because his legs actually bend. You can actually see now he can get his head under, even without adding the foot attachment. He does fit in there much nicer. So just doing that makes it so you can fit your Skeletor in there, just raising the head. So I almost wonder if my guy's head was pushed down for some reason. Now if you add the base and the head back, you got yourself a perfect throne for Skeletor to sit in. There you go. So add 1 centimeter here, 4.5 inches on the back with a pole, and you got yourself pretty good throne height for Skeletor. So you can actually sit in there, and the Filmation one, of course, fits in there really good. Ta-da! It just looks like he was meant to sit in there like it's supposed to. So there you go. That is the recipe for making this thing work. Alright, you guys, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, and if you have problems with your throne for Snake Mountain, those are the fixes. The pole is the biggest fix right here, just to put something in there to lift it up under the chin and right to the base of the seat. And also it gives him a nice back now to put his back against, because before you really couldn't get his back in there, and now he just has a stopping point. And you can see even now his hood still wants to hit the bottom of that of the skull on this one, but there you go. Alright, you guys, like, subscribe, tell your friends, share the video, and I will see you guys next video. Bye now.